The water shader found within the built-ins in the shaders tab and the effect folder is a way to create water. Now, depending on your graphics card and what it can handle, your results may vary, but the way this works is that we'll use this on a primitive as well. So I'm going to drag a circle down here, and let's just scale this circle up. We'll go back into the built-ins and their shaders tab and drag the water function right onto this circle. I'm going to rotate this circle a little bit and again scale it up some so that we can see what's actually happening here. We're going to go back into the water shader, and at the very top, first thing that we have here is the bump height setting, set to 20 by default. If I increase this or decrease this, it decreases or increases the bump height of the waves. We also have a bump speed set to 10 by default. If I decrease this number, you can see how it kind of slows down the motion of the current or the waves or the water. And if we increase the bump speed, it will increase the flow or the current of the water as well. There's also a bump scale set to 100 by default. We can increase this or decrease it. As we decrease it, you can kind of see how this water looks like it's getting closer to us. We're dealing with a smaller surface area here, and if we increase the bump scale, it kind of increases the surface area of the water. There's also a wave frequency set to 40 by default. We can increase this, and once we increase it, you can kind of see how it increases the frequency of the waves. With the wave frequency increased, we also have a wave amplitude. So we can increase the wave amplitude here, which increases the wave size. And if we want it completely flat, we can just take this all the way down to 0. So let's slow it down a little bit here. We have a wave speed too. So as we increase the wave amplitude again, we can increase this wave speed. And now with the wave speed increase, you can see how it affects the motion of the water. So let's reset all these variables to their default. And down towards the bottom here, we have an option for deep water, shallow water, and reflection. Deep water is set to black by default. We can always come in here and change the colors of this water setting. So if we want to change the deep water setting, we can highlight the little color box, come down here and choose a different color. So we can add some blue to it. And the shallow water, let's add another color to that. And the reflection, we can just randomly change a color to that as well. Next to each color, we have an alpha, so we can turn these down and affect each variable that way as well. So let's reset our colors back to their normal variables so we can see it a little bit better and get a little more realistic result. We have a water amount, which you can interpret as the deepness or the shallowness of the water. So if we decrease this, you can see how it's going to affect this water and making it look a little bit more shallow. There's a reflection amount set to 100 by default. We can decrease the reflection amount to make the water a little bit darker. There's a reflection bias and a reflection power. These two work in conjunction with which way you have your camera set. So when you move the camera or have the camera animating, you can use this reflection bias and reflection power to adjust that as well. There's also a reflection multiplier. If you increase this, it increases the reflection of it. And if you decrease it, just decreases the reflection amount of the sunlight. So let's reset all these settings. Now there's also a blend texture here. So if we go into our server, take some type of image and drag it right onto the container, we can use this blend texture to blend an image into this water. And above in the middle of the editor, there's also an environment map. So we can choose another image and drag this onto the environment map, and it changes the environment of the water. So there's a lot of different settings that you can use to change the look and the flow of the water shader itself.